Today, I want to talk about our coach, Thomas Brown, and why promoting him was the right move, and why it's okay to be excited for this move even after last weekend's loss. It's not about whether or not he's the right guy or if he even ends up winning the head coaching job. It's about the process. It's about identifying that we did have a young coach on the roster that people think highly of, and identifying that Matt Eberflus was not the right guy to lead this team to the next level. So why not take a chance on Thomas Brown? Never in the past have we done anything like this. We are finally doing things differently, but not just different to be different. We're doing things the right way. And this is what I think a lot of people don't understand. We could have been different. Just being different isn't enough. And on top of that, it still takes time to finish a rebuild and compete in the NFL. We need continuity in our front office. And I wanted to talk briefly about why promoting Thomas Brown was the right move. Even if he doesn't work out, it was still the move that we needed to make, a move that none of our previous front offices would have pulled off. And that's the biggest point here. Any other GM in our past, and Eberflus would have finished this season as head coach. Things really are different now. But that's what I mean. Just being different isn't enough. We could have named Eric Washington or Richard Hightower the head coach, and yes, that would have been different. But to me, that wouldn't have been the right way to proceed. Thomas Brown was the guy. He is the one guy on this staff that has the upside and potential, so why not take a chance and figure out what he can do? And the Bears actually did that. And that's happened so many times over the last 2.5 years. Since Ryan Poles has gotten hired, the Bears continue to make smart decisions. But making moves in the NFL, there's always risk. Keenan Allen's age does things things like Valus Jones muffing the ball, and you can't see you can't see the future, but you have to make calculated decisions. But you have to make calculated decisions and take chances. And to me, Thomas Brown is that guy with the potential. So why not take a chance on him? Why not find out what he can do over the last 5 games of the season? Either way, we're still going to be looking for a new head coach in the offseason, but doing this gives Thomas Brown a chance for an on the job interview. And that interview lasts a full 5 games, not just one. We gave Matt Eberflus over 2.5 years. Let's not give up on Thomas Brown. Yes, it was a terrible start. But for me, he has 4 more games to change that narrative, and 3 of them are coming against our division rivals. How will you feel about Thomas Brown if he goes 3-0 against the NFC North? I have to tell you, I'm honestly rooting for this guy. And the bottom line is that no coach should be judged after just 1 game, especially when taking over mid-season and then going on the road to San Francisco. It was an awful start for Thomas Brown, but he still has 4 more opportunities to impress this front office and win over the roster. The results do not matter as much as people think. This was still the correct decision to make. Even if we don't end up hiring Thomas Brown, I still think that Ryan Poles has again continued making smart decisions as a general manager of the Bears, and taking this chance on Thomas Brown was another smart move. But that's the bottom line, guys. Whether or not Thomas Brown works out, it doesn't matter as long as we end up finding the right coach. But the biggest thing is things are different. GMs in the past would not have done this. And this is a new era of Chicago Bears football. I appreciate everyone who watches. Please hit that like button for me. Stay tuned. I have more content on the way. And until next time, bear down.